Hello, Algebra 1 students. Welcome back. And today we are going to be doing absolute values of equations and inequalities. Actually, on the video today, we're just going to be doing the equations, and then in class, we are going to be doing the inequalities. So, for the absolute value is the distance away from 0 any number is on a number line. So the absolute value of 5 is just 5, and the absolute value of -5 is equal to 5. But an absolute value cannot equal a negative number. So the absolute value of something can never equal a negative number. So we're going to go and you guys can see that in action. So they want us to graph these equations. So for number 1, the absolute value of 3 is saying x is equal to 3 and x is equal to -3. And that's just all you do. So we're going to graph that. We put 0 here. So 1, 2, 3. We put a dot at 3. And then 1, 2, 3, -3, and put a dot. And that's how you graph those ones. So we're going to move down to number 2. We need to get the absolute value by itself. So we have to subtract 6 from both sides. And we get the absolute value of g is equal to 11. So we have g is equal to 11 and g is equal to -11. So on our graph, let's put 0 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So put our dot at 11. And then I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 will be right here, -11. And that's how you graph it. So I want you guys to pause this, do number 3 on your own, and then we'll come back and make sure we get the same answer. Okay, you can look and see what I did. We needed to get the absolute value by itself, so we divided both sides by 3. Then we get the absolute value of 9. So we have v is equal to 9 and v is equal to -9. And then I graph those 2 points. We're going to move on to number 5. Okay, so we're going to solve each equation. C plus 3 is equal to 4. So to solve this, we need to make two equations. We need to go C plus 3 is equal to 4 and C plus 3 is equal to -4. So, because it's the absolute value, so it can equal the negative one or the positive values. So to solve this one, we're going to subtract 3 and we get C is equal to 1. And then we're going to subtract 3 on this side. And we get C is equal to -7. And those are our two answers. We're going to do number 6. So to get what's inside the absolute value by itself, we have to divide by 6 on both sides. Divide by 6. We get the absolute value of x minus 7 is equal to 3. Oh, I forgot our line. So we have to do x minus 7 is equal to 3 and x minus 7 is equal to -3. So we're going to add 7 to both sides. We get x is equal to 10. And then we're going to add 7 to both sides. And we get x is equal to 4. And those are our two answers. I want you guys to pause it, do number 7 on your own, and we'll make sure we get the same answer. Okay, I'm back and you can see what I did. I set up our two equations of 4d plus 3 is equal to 5 or -5. Then I subtracted 3 and then I got divided by 4 and got our answers to be d is equal to 1/2 and d is equal to -2. Hopefully you guys understood those, and if you didn't, I can answer the questions on class. We're going to move on. Okay, solve each equation. If there's no solution, write no solution. So, if you remember, if you look back on the first slide, it says an absolute value cannot equal a negative number. So, that's how it would have no solution. So we're going to see if we can do any of these. So for this one, we need to get the absolute value by itself. We're going to subtract 1 from both sides, we get the absolute value of v minus 9 is equal to negative 4. And we see the absolute value right here is equal to a negative, so we cannot do that, so it's no solution. We're going to do number 12. So for this one, we need to add 3 to both sides to get the absolute value by itself. So we have negative absolute value of c minus 6 is equal to 1. Then we have this negative outside, and it's kind of like an imaginary negative 1. So we have to divide both sides by negative 1. And we get the absolute value of c minus 6 is equal to negative 1. And just like above, we see that an absolute value is equal to a negative, and we can't do that, so it's no solution. I want you guys to pause it and do number 13 on your own, and then we'll come back and make sure we get the same answer. I'm back, and you can see what I did. To get the absolute value of y by itself, we needed to multiply by negative 3 on both sides. So then we get the absolute value of y is equal to negative 6, and an absolute value cannot equal a negative, so we have no solution. Hopefully you guys understand those ones. And I just want to point out, when you have this solve each equation, and if there's no solution, write no solution, in this section it could have a solution, so not all of them are going to be no solutions. I just wanted to show you different examples that would have no solution, but not all of them would have to have no solution. And I can explain that more in class, but I just wanted you guys to be aware that all of them did not have to say no solution. I just put ones so I could show you that what some examples of what a no solution would look like. Hopefully you guys understood these ones, and we are going to do the inequality section in class, but get ready for that, and I will see you in class. Have a great night.